Hello, everyone. Today I am coming from the gym today. Um, getting back into gym activity. Hope everybody's having a great summer as we continue on with our Claude Artifacts series. Okay. We are on week 3, which is our final week for the month. And so far we have discussed um let me look here. So far we've discussed what a Claude artifact actually is, and then in week 2 we discussed what your Claude artifact should actually do, right? So this week today we will be, let me share my screen, talking about your framework is already a product. So here's what we're building live to prove it. Now, this is literally going to be off the cuff, guys. We are going to come up with um all of this stuff really kind of on the spot today, because I want to kind of give you a preview of what our intensive class that is tomorrow, June 25th, 1 p.m. CST, will be like. So, this is a little taste, a little tidbit of what we can do together during the class tomorrow. So, you can just hop right in. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sharon Marie Nolan. I am a multi-revenue mentor and automation strategist, which basically means I'm here to help calm the chaos in the background of your business. Okay, through systems, automations, and of course, AI, right? With such things like Claude artifacts. So, with that said, today, and if you're catching the replay, make sure you type in the chat in the comments, hashtag replay. We can continue the discussion after this live today. But I'm super excited. I've been working hard, preparing things for the intensive tomorrow. If you're on my email list, you got a sneak peek of the dashboard that I've created that will walk us through step by step for the intensive tomorrow. So, um yeah, I'm super excited about this train. So today we're going to be talking about why your framework is already a product and how you're sitting on something right now, and we're going to prove it. And a live build. Like I said, we're going to start basically from scratch. And then 3 decisions that make or break every artifact build. And next steps. Again, we'll talk about the intensive that is tomorrow. So you're sitting on something right now. You have a way that you actually do things already, a process, a methodology, a sequence, a order, and steps that you take that is distinctly yours and distinctly the way in which you work, and distinctly is your unique magic, so to speak, when you're working with clients and doing what you do best. You've done it enough times, it feels like second nature. And some of you, that might mean that you haven't even realized that that is an actual process or framework that you can pull out of yourself that is wash, rinse, repeatable for you to um, be able to share and articulate with your clientele and the market at large. You don't think of it as special anymore, right? Like I just mentioned, because it's just second nature. And that is exactly what makes it powerful, because it's so natural to you, right? That you've forgotten to realize that that's even a skill. There's a lot of things that people probably naturally ask you for to do, right? That you discovered that you could probably make money from your business if you're like me. Um, that you'll realize that other people just can't do it as easy, right? Tech stuff, system stuff, AI stuff, all of that is my jam. I get energized figuring all that stuff up, setting up automations. I love all of that stuff. That is not everybody's cup of tea, right? Hence why that is a major part of what I decided to do in my business, right? So that framework for that skill that you do so well and so naturally is your framework. And that framework is literally already a product. You just haven't built the container for it yet. So our goal for the intensive tomorrow is to create a tool that utilizes that framework that makes your process and your unique magic that much easier when you're working with students, clients, etc. So, three things that turn your framework into a product. Get ahead of the mine isn't special enough objection already. Let's just get off that in our minds, right? Because guess what we can do? We can jazz it up and make it special, honey. Even if it's like the simplest steps you think in your mind for someone else who is there, it's not their cup of tea, it's not their wheelhouse. You giving them and laying out a simple framework is a game changer for them every time, even if it seems as simple as possible. And because if you have these three things, you have something buildable. Of course, a repeatable process. You can do it again and again and again and get a consistent result. Okay, that is key. If it's not repeatable, then it's not fully a framework or it's not a fully fleshed out framework that you can really repeat the action and the outcome and the transformation or the deliverables each time, right? Because you don't want it to be a one time thing. It should be a system. The next key is a transformation that it creates. Someone goes in one way and comes out another way. Someone gives you all their raw materials in their business about this, and they come out with a fully set up onboarding system, right? That's something I do, right? There should be a clear beginning point and end point, or before and after that your framework delivers. Right. And feel free if you're watching, drop any comments that you have or questions that you have in the chat, and I'll be able to answer those. And if you're catching a replay, feel free to do the same, and I'll be able to come back and answer those. So, the last one is a way someone else can walk through it. The other key piece about a framework is something that can be easily handed off. Someone else can follow it and ideally get the same results. Now, they might not have as depth of knowledge as you or the magic as you, right? But just by your outline of your framework, someone could easily be able to take that and run with it, right? Even without you in the room. So our goal with Claude Artifacts is to be able to plug that information in and allow Claude Artifact to do the handoff piece, to hand it off to the artifact, right? Does that make sense? So this is where Claude Artifacts change everything. Not a PDF, not a worksheet, although you can build the tool to be a worksheet that they fill in the answers, right? But it is a tool. We're not talking about another static download where it sits on somebody's Google Drive. They signed up for your email list, got the little PDF, but never looked at it, right? Never watched the video trainings, right? We're not talking about that. This is something people that can actually use and interact with immediately. Okay. That's the goal of utilizing Cloud Artifacts in your business. Most people nowadays are wanting results ASAP. Right. Like that's just the bottom line. Especially during COVID and a lot of people getting burned by said gurus, right? A lot of people are wanting to be able to clearly see the tangible results that they'll have or experience by working with you. So Claude Artifacts essentially build in some natural interaction in that experience that literally can be hands off for you. And if you base it around your framework, now they're really getting a part of your juice, right? Part of your edge. So, a tool that asks questions, processes answers, and gives results is interactive. It responds, it meets your audience where they are and walks them through your framework step by step. Your framework plus Claude equals a product that works without you. Claude Artifacts lets you take that framework and turn it into an actual interactive tool. And that's what we're building today. Okay, so now let's get into some building, guys. We're going to actually try to build something. And I'm literally starting from scratch. We're going to try to build literally off the cuff. Like, I am going to go to my Claude business folder to start my chat, and then let me share my screen. Screen, Claude, share. And oh, I have to hide the other one. There we go. Okay. So, and I'm going to just use Whisperflow to make things easier. So let's talk. Hey, so I'm live right now on my YouTube channel and want to do an example live build of a Claude artifact that we can do based on one of my frameworks. Can you check our past chat history to see which frameworks we've pulled out in our recent chat history that we can maybe demo right now? I don't know why it went back to stuff, but that's okay. As long as it got the message. So I'm literally starting from scratch, guys. Literally starting from scratch. I didn't have anything pre-planned because I wanted to show you how easy this is, right? And if you're somebody that maybe needs some ideas of the type of artifacts that you create, different things like that, don't worry. I have some stuff that you can gain access to that I'll talk about later. Okay. Let's see. We have build method. I feel like we did that already. Let's go with number 4. 4 quiz types. Yeah, let's go with that for now. How much time do you have for the live build? What do you want the audience to walk away with? Both. Okay. 4 quiz types. Great demo for the live build. Now, pre-work that I've already done, because I've created so many artifacts at this point, I literally already created myself a custom artifact skill so that my chat and Claude system already knows what I like, what I don't like, what to do, all of the things, right? So everybody who goes through the intensive tomorrow, that's going to be starting from an earlier point, then already having this skill, don't worry. I'll walk you through step by step. Like I said, I already have a dashboard set up to walk through that entire process. So the framework helps you to figure out which kind of quiz your business actually needs. So now it's already building it. Now, to be clear, I already have this artifact, I believe, or a version of this artifact already built on my website. I just need to remember the URL. So while that's doing its thing and creating us something new, I'm going to search for it. Yes. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll be sure to answer them. Okay. Not Quinn. There we go. So that's the URL. And I'll be sure to actually drop this in the chat for you guys to test out. This was like the first ones I created, guys, so it's not even real fanciful. But while it's doing its thing, look, it is already finished. It's already spent it up. Now look how similar this is to, and I'm going to share my screen to the actual one that I already have, right? Oh, it's being difficult. Okay. So this is the one that I already have, and I'll drop the link for this in the chat for you guys to test it out. Like that. Okay. But the one that our lovely handy dandy Claude just built is a new one. So let's go through it. Okay, answer 3 quick questions and get personalized recommendations powered by the 4 quiz types framework. Not all quizzes work the same way. The right type depends on where your audience is and what you want the relationship to do next. Okay, so let me make this bigger for you guys to see. Okay, what is the main goal you want your quiz to achieve? To help people feel seen and understood, point people toward the right next step, help people benchmark, give people a memorable interactive brain moment. Next right step. Your where is most of your audience when they find you? Let's just go a brand new. What do you want someone to walk away feeling? Let's go with I finally know which direction to go and see the results. Awesome. And then it gives the results saying you should use a direction quiz. Help the right people find the right next step. You're at a stage where your audience already knows they have a problem and they're looking to you to help them figure out what to do next. That's exactly the sweet spot the direction quiz is built for. It meets people where they are and guides them towards the right offer path or next step based on their specific situation, which means you're not just generating leads, you're generating qualified leads who already feel seen before they even talk to you. For your business, this quiz becomes a smart filter. This is gold, guys. It does the heavy lifting of segmenting your audience. So I love this whole little blurb that it gave, right? And it gives the options to start over. Now, things that I would tell it to tweak, right? I would probably put some type of CTA to a low ticket offer or something, or for them to book a call or whatever the kind of next step I want them to be want them to take after taking this quiz. I will put that down here, right? Just as an example. But you see, it's already nice and pretty. It already has all my branding colors and all of the things that I like. That's because I made it, like I said, a skill that knows how to spin up all artifacts for me moving forward. Now, this artifact, oh, I was talking and didn't show you guys anything. So let me share my screen again. Oh, that's the thing about lives, guys. Okay, I'm gonna show it for real this time. Okay, we're gonna open it up. This is the one that is spent up for me, right? Because I already made this skill, like I said, it made this beautiful artifact for me in minutes, probably less than 5 minutes while we were on this live. And we'll go through answering the questions again really quickly, just so you can see the results page that I was talking about, of where I would ask it to add a CTA here at the bottom. Um, and actually, let's do that now. Let's say, hey, can you add a CTA block, a call out block at the bottom on the results page? To get people to purchase the client attraction quizzes course. You should be able to search our past chat history for the link, but if not, let me know and I'll grab it for you really quickly. Okay. So if it doesn't have the link, I will pull it up just in case. But I can show you guys how quickly it is to make changes. Okay, great. It already has the sales page link. Actually, it's 97 because I didn't bring it up to that price, even though we talked about that. So it's literally remembered our past chat where we discussed, and I kept going back and forth. I wanted it to be 97 or 147 because I added a lot of different AI features to this product now, where it has a chatbot suite to walk them through each step of creating their own quiz. So I was like, okay, I need to up it from, I think the original price is like $37. So yeah. And I was like, maybe we can get it to 147, but I decided to keep it at 97. So it's doing its thing here. See, it's already done. See how quick that was? So let's go back, open it up, and I'll answer the questions again. Let's see how it made the changes for us. Perfect. Right? Nice and beautiful call out block to tell them, hey, now it's time to actually build their quiz. Client attraction quizzes. Now that you know your quiz type, the next step is to actually building it. Client attraction quizzes will walk you through the full build process from idea to live quiz. So your framework becomes a real lead generation tool. Love that. Simple, right? And it's straight to the link, right? So if I do, and I can, did I do this again? My thing is saying it's sharing, but it's not sharing. Why is it doing that? That's weird. Okay. Live streams, guys. But this is the call out block that I was talking about. It just added it. This was not here before. So it's all good. Uh, you can see it here, right? And it'll open it up to the page that we want, which is this, and I can show you the page really quickly. Now, is it sharing now? Okay, there we go. This is the actual sales page, right? To the offer, which I need to update this because I see it still says $37, and that was for a short promotional time, and now is 97. So I need to change that. But we were literally able to make that change in less than 2 minutes, probably. So this is how easy it's gonna be for us during the intensive tomorrow. So I highly, highly encourage everybody who has not signed up for it. It is absolutely free intensive, 1 p.m. CST tomorrow. If you can't make that time, that is fine. Guess what? You're gonna have 60-day access to the replay. So from now until like August sometime, right? On the sales page, it gives you the specific date, if I remember correctly. So if you have not signed up, please, please, please sign up. And I can show you guys my little dashboard that I'm finalizing as well. That literally is going to have checklists step by step for completing everything you need for creating your artifact tomorrow. So I can show you guys that really quickly. Let's make sure it's on the screen. There we go. So now make that bigger. This is the dashboard, right? And you have pre-work steps, right? So people who've already signed up for the intensive, they'll get access to these two things today. And then during the intensive, you'll gain access to this dashboard that day because I'm still making tweaks and stuff to it, right? I want to make sure these checklists for each section is right and all of that. So I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. But each section or layer, as I have it titled, we'll go through what you need. Quick start checklist. Open up Claude, right? Make sure your source content is accessible. Make sure your branding stuff is basic, right? Choosing your publishing path, like all of these different things, right? And you'll be able to go in and check them off easy peasy as we go through the intensive tomorrow. So I'm super excited, guys, about this class. So yeah, that's what that looks like for tomorrow. So let me get back to the slides. So y'all literally saw me build that live and how faster it was because I already have a skill customized for that, right? So tomorrow we're going to go through the nitty gritty step-by-step process of literally start to finish. Ideally, if you already have a framework, but if you need to take time to flesh out one or whatever, that's going to be a part of the pre-work that people will get sent today, just so they'll be prepared at the top of the hour to go. And we're going to go from idea to literally having it built and published by the end of the intensive in 2 hours. Okay. It might not even take us that long, but depending on troubleshooting and tech issues that might happen, we're at least going to have 2 hours to get all the kinks out so that everybody walks away with a live Claude artifact by the end of the class. So we literally told Claude just now, as you saw, this is the job we want to take from the frameworks that we already have for the said specific audience. And we literally iterated by adding that call out block CTA on the results page. So I haven't seen any questions come through, but if you're watching the replay of this, feel free to, sorry, not showing the screen again. Feel free to drop any questions that you have in the chat. What came up for you during me building that? Of course, think about what frameworks you might be sitting on that you haven't built anything for yet, and any other questions you may have about building Claude artifacts or the intensive tomorrow. So again, this is your invitation right now to go to my website, thesharonmarie.com/FFAI to sign up for the free intensive class tomorrow. Again, even if you can't make the class live, you will get access to the replay and the dashboard for at least the next 60 days until August, unless you decide to upgrade with the bump offer that's available for $47 where you get lifetime access. Okay. So you're going to bring your framework. You're going to define what you want this artifact tool to do, and we're going to build the artifact together. Now, if you're saying, I don't know even what kind of artifacts I want to create, like you might not want to create a quiz for this quiz example, right? A quiz about quiz types, right? That we just made. You might want to make something completely different. That's fine. If you sign up for the intensive, you'll get access to the pre-work. Like I said, well, one of those is a tool to help you generate some artifact ideas, right? And then the other tool is to help you have your pre-work checklist already marked off. So if this sounds like you want to join us tomorrow, it's not too late. You still have time. Feel free to come in. Sorry about the technical difficulties with the slides. So you saw more of my smiling face coming back from the gym today than not, but that's okay. We're still doing our thing, right? So with that said, we have wrapped up this series, guys. We talked about what Claw artifacts were during the first week. We talked about what your Claw artifact should do. And today, you actually literally watch me build one in minutes, mainly because I already have a custom artifact skill dialed into my Claude account. So it already knows what to do. Based on my preferences specifically. It's solely designed around me and my brand and my preferences and the type of artifacts that I like, etc., etc. Right. But our goal in tomorrow's intensive is to walk you through that process step by step. All right. So, like I said, if you're catching the replay of this, feel free to drop any questions, comments in the chat. We can continue the conversation. But I love talking about this stuff, guys. Okay. AI is a game changer. And I don't know if you guys have heard about different people talking about this strategy of having multiple lead magnets, right? Um, and I heard about this strategy a few years ago, but I was like, realistically, who has time to go in Canva and create that or make another follow-up video or all the other things that you used to have to do to create lead magnets. Well, now with Claude in general, you can literally have Claude spin up the PDF. You can have Claude make the video for you. I'm still getting into the knowledge of that, how to get it to make videos and stuff with remotion. So we'll talk about that later once I hone in that skill. But Claude artifacts to me are the game changer to be able to do that on the fly now. So I hope this stuff excites you as much as it excites me. Even if it doesn't, okay. Thanks for tuning in and deciding to be in my world today. And yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a consistent thing that we do every week, meeting and chatting about all things business related, especially for multi-revenue businesses or people wanting to set up multiple income streams in their business and the systems, automations, and AI they can utilize to make that easier for them. So that's all, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.